Today on Men Calls the Heart, we talk about courage and lots of it. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, Hearties and everybody. Welcome back to AfterBuzz TV. We are here doing the Wynn Calls the Heart after show. Season 4, episode 8.
No.
I don't know.
You know what that means? Here we go. Okay.
Beautiful.
I love it.
Episode Courageous Hearts.
Yep.
I'm your host, Marisa Serafini. You can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV. Joining me in studio, I have...
It's me.
You already know about that laugh.
I like that. It's me, James Lott Jr. I'm so happy to be here.
And joining us via Skype is our other co-host, a beautiful co-host.
Provenzano. You can find me at Maria Provenzano. And all my info will be there. And at the same time, I'm trying to watch you guys on here too.
Hi, Maria.
Yeah, that's so
see
funny.
what's happening, and I have my mug today.
Yeah, we all have
Yes.
our mugs. Cheers, everybody.
Boom, cheers.
Cheers, Hearties. Cheers, and cheers to you. We love it.
I don't have anything in my mug.
Well, you're all
But
okay.
let's pretend we do.
Yes, you do.
Real quick thoughts about this episode, James.
A lot of confrontation. There was a lot of people standing up to each other. It was kind of crazy from the very beginning with Earl and Miss Thatcher. That confrontation at first, leading on to, everybody was on top of each other. There's they're just getting each other's faces, and people were just not having it this week.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. They were like, no, I'm going to fight. It was a lot. Like you said, courageous. The women were standing up to each other, standing up to the men. It was some strong stuff this week. I loved it.
Yeah, Maria, how about you?
Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out how to have this on my phone.
No worries. Technology is hard,
Okay.
guys.
Good Lord. Okay, especially for me. My God. So anyways, you guys, I can't even see you on here. I'm going to talk to the screen and just hope for the best. Oh, there we go. Okay. So initial thoughts. Technology did not exist back then. Life was easier. Okay.
Yes.
And initial thoughts, definitely, the first thing I said to you guys today was karma. I really truly believe that what you reap what you sow. So what you put out there, you get back in life. And I feel like Elizabeth, so much of that comes to fruition for her in terms of, she gives everything for her students and she gets back. This comes full spectrum that even though she has to punish the kids, she does everything she can to try to improve their lives. And but also Ray Wyatt, don't be a bad person. That's just my initial thought was that. And can I say, because I have this in my notes, it's the top of my notes, we never found out what happened with the fire.
I know, we didn't. I thought
We
about
didn't.
you
Yeah.
during this episode. I was like, I don't think we're ever going to get the
No,
answer
I guess
to
not.
this.
I guess not.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm confused. So
Just give us an answer.
Yeah, I guess they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not plot point, I guess. Lori McKinney is right. There was a lot of storylines this week.
There was. Hi, Hearties.
Hi, you
everyone in the
guys.
chat.
You are in here. You guys are in here.
Yes.
Seriously, you're in here. We appreciate it every single week. And I just want to say on behalf of the three of us here, we appreciate that you guys start talking about our show Sundays. You start talking about it.
I know.
Isn't it amazing?
No, it's great. It makes
Amazing.
me smile every
Me
single
too.
time I see someone tweet. They're like, we are now official Wynn Calls the Heart therapy.
Yes, apparently we are.
Aw.
I'll take that.
I'll take it. I'll take
Yeah,
it.
Sure.
I'm a life coach.
We're healing
sure,
our
why
own
not?
hearts.
Yeah, we're healing our own hearts. You just said it, you guys. Aww.
There you go.
I like that. They're all Maria. Why aren't you at the studio?
I'm sorry. I had an important doctor's appointment today that I could not miss.
Yeah, so she's here.
So sometimes health just has to come first.
Exactly.
So I didn't want to miss it, obviously. So I'm joining in studio, and my appointment fell into time that I couldn't make it the hour and depending on hour and 15-minute trip up to AfterBuzz. So
We in LA.
I'd probably still be in traffic.
It's
It's
okay.
tough. It's
You're
tough.
still with us,
Yes.
and I'm
And our
glad we can
hearts.
still have our show. I really enjoyed this episode. My notes are crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So many great moments with everybody.
Yes.
Like, you isolate each scene of every episode. Like, oh my goodness, you can have a full episode in and of itself of just particular scenes of characters, and I thought it was great. And with all the storylines, they blended it so well. There was humor.
Yes.
There was suspense.
Yes.
There was a takedown.
Yes.
Which we will get to.
Yes.
I really enjoyed it. It was well balanced of a lot of different
That's the
things.
first thing I was thinking. It was very well balanced episode. It really was. A little bit of everything. And there's some heart. You guys, I got a little teary-eyed at the end.
Did you?
I got teary-eyed twice at the end. I mean, it
I
must
think
be
it's the first time I didn't cry.
For you, okay, good. Because I'm like, I didn't cry last week. This week, we'll talk about, I'll tell you which parts when we get into it, which parts I got a little
I didn't cry. I'm glad I didn't.
Yes.
But I do miss Jack. It's a
I was
very
right.
obvious, clear absence.
Mm-hmm. I said two episodes.
Now. Yeah.
The reason why I think it's good is that for just in general is you're really seeing how people who go through this. My mother went through it. My sister-in-law went through it. My brother he did 4 tours in Iraq. It's hard when you can't hear from them. And so I think the show is doing a great. Again, I keep saying this every week. It's like a broken record, but the show is so relatable to today for me. And I feel like it's giving a good representation for the wives and mothers and just the rest of us who are waiting to hear from our loved ones who are fighting. And so sometimes you don't hear from them for a while. And you get, when they have that paper scene in the newspaper, it's like you get that scene, it's just completely realistic. Mm-hmm. And so I think when I first said 2 weeks, I think we're going to see him in 2 episodes, I had a feeling that's more of an impact for us as viewers. Because when he comes back, you're going to cry.
Oh,
you're gonna cry.
Yes, I think everybody's gonna cry. But we'll definitely get to it. Yes. Let's start with something light and fun, shall we? Lee and Rosemary, hysterical. This new car is Ford, by the way.
It's a cool car.
Fords are
very
great.
Cool. Yes.
Go Michigan.
You drive
yes,
Ford.
go Michigan. Fords are fantastic.
My first car was a Ford Escort.
Really?
Back in the 90s.
I always drove Ford and Chevys, but I digress. So Lee gets a car, and Rosemary is going to learn how to drive it. Yes. Already, problem.
Yes, already. We knew that, of course.
This was hysterical.
Oh my God, it was so funny. And she wanted to learn how to drive, and oh my God. And then she had that weird thing happen, and yeah. That was cute. What do you think? What do you think, Maria? It was cute.
You know, I loved this storyline because it's so realistic for married people. I think there are plenty of times that we get caught up just in our own lives and we forget how blessed we are and how grateful we are for what we already have. And we can take advantage of that sometimes. And that's exactly what the storyline showed. And I think Rosemary, she's a big personality. And I loved the fact that Elizabeth was so honest with her, and she goes, "That's what friends have to do." And to be honest, we do need people like that in our lives. And I loved the real rawness of that relationship, and Elizabeth gave her exactly what she needed in that moment. And I think it's something Rosemary needed just in life.
I agree. I agree. I thought that's again a great friendship. You can be honest with each other. Because when she said I was staying with Elizabeth, the look on, I almost said Erin's, well, it was Erin's face, but Elizabeth's face was so, when she was standing behind her next to Abigail, she was like, "You are?" I'm like, her face was like, her face was just, it's hilarious, her facial expressions. But the scene that made me cry a little bit, you guys, I'm getting sensitive these days.
Days?
I know.
It's like these months.
God, I know. I'm like, it's just crazy. Was when they finally came back together. And it's like, and he said, and I don't tell you this enough, but you're the best thing that's ever happened. I mean, she took Elizabeth's words, and I was like, oh my God.
Little bird told me.
Yeah, I love that. I got teary-eyed. I thought that was really cool that they showed a realistic, they had a fight, which is realistic, obviously, but they came back together.
What I really loved was the progression of Rosemary in this episode. How she started was really light and fluffy, and then it got over-the-top ridiculous, like her character, where she started blaming everyone else instead of realizing and admitting her own fault. And then, like, the maturity progression more so, and then Elizabeth actually talking to her, and then coming around at the end and made her just more humanistic, more relatable. Mm-hmm. And someone realizing their own personal faults and then actually talking about it.
Well, it's just funny. It's just that her character in general, everything you just said is so true. We can say about her arc period. Mm-hmm. She came on kind of like almost like a villain, so to speak. Not really a villain, but it's like people didn't like her at first. And she's really grown on us. Like, she's one of my favorite characters on the show. And she really is a part of that community now. She'll always be a little over the top. She'll always be a little overzealous. That's just kind of how Rosemary is. A lot of times you need that. It's like you need somebody a little wacky a little bit. That's fine. But they're showing her size that she really can be there for them. And it could be, and really, and she loves Lee. They're good together.
She does. They're great together. And I like the fact that she has the wide range with her character. She could be super funny, and then on the flip side, she could be super serious and dramatic. I think the best moment where I personally laughed out loud so hard was, why is the mercantile in the middle of the street?
Yes.
It's not.
It's not in the middle of the streets. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
At the same time, something else that stuck out to me as well is when she, was telling Lee why she so badly wanted to drive. And she's like, I worked really hard for to do these dresses and for it to be taken seriously. And I really want to, pull through with what I have. I've worked so hard for it. And I think so many, especially women who I'm like half stay-home mom, half working mom. Sometimes I don't know what I am, but I've been a full stay-home mom before. And I know how hard it is to feel validation. And even though she's not a mom, she's home in job, and she really wants to be validated, and she wants to be recognized for something she put a lot of work into as well. So I think part of that was really interesting in terms of like her character. She really wanted that validation.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree with that.
Michelle in the live chat says, love the reminder of not to take each other for granted in relationships.
Yeah.
Yep, that's very true.
Yeah,
That's
married
very true.
couples or just couples in general.
And even
really-
friends.
I was going to say that, friends too.
Yeah.
You can never take
Every
yeah.
relationship.
I agree with that. I
Anyone,
agree with that.
co-workers,
Yeah.
workers.
Should never take anybody for granted. Should never take anybody for granted. If you have a good relationship, you should always, you have to cultivate it. It doesn't end as soon as you become, we're friends now. Okay, I mean, you have to kind of have a friendship. I mean, you have to work on it. So
Yeah. But just the progression of her character, I thought it went.
I agree.
It was an amazing arc just within the 42 minutes of her character.
Yeah.
Not even 42 minutes. I
No.
mean, it was dispersed with everybody else.
Yeah.
But I think she had a lot of emotional range in this
You
episode.
did.
and it was
I
great.
love Pascal. Love him.
How could a horse fit under the hood?
Oh, that was funny
I was
too.
like just shaking my head. I was
Yeah,
like,
like,
this is not going to be good.
No, it's not really good at all.
She knows nothing about cars. I really enjoyed it. Anything else about Lee and Rosemary before we move on?
They're a nice, strong couple.
They are.
They are a strong couple, and I'm glad they're in the opening credits. They really are a big integral part of the town.
Yeah, and I loved when Rosemary was at Elizabeth. It's like, and my pillow.
Oh yeah, my pillow. That was funny too. My
For the
pillow.
sake of your relationship,
that
and
was
my
cute.
pillow.
That was cute. That was cute.
Great. All right, moving on. Let's talk about Carson, Mystery Man Carson. He's great at darts. Look at that. He should play around with Abigail. My goodness. But Carson, we got a friend of his coming to town talking about Melise hired an investigator, someone in his personal life, his friend Dean. They worked on the railroad together. I'm not sure if they did. Just a friend from his past.
Right.
But Pastor Frank is suspicious
Okay,
about
so-
this. What are your thoughts on Pastor Frank getting involved?
Okay, folks, you may not like me when I say this. That's fine.
Say it.
Pastor Frank got on my nerves this episode, actually.
Me too.
He did. He got on my nerves.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, first of all, you're a pastor. So you're supposed to be a little more pastoral as you're with people, but you're eavesdropping first of all. You bring it to his place later. You're jumping on top of him like, you don't sound like a pastor. You sound like a jealous man. And you just
What is
like
jealous? I would say an overly suspicious man that's
Well,
sticking his nose into someone else's business.
well, again, I think he's sticking his nose in his business because he's working for Abigail. That's just my feeling. And men want to fix things anyway. That's what we do. We like to fix things. But it's like she said, Abigail said later, you overstepped your boundary. Like, hello. And I felt like halfway through towards the end of the episode, he finally kind of came around as a pastor a little bit, just said, no one's without sin. I was thinking, where was that Pastor Frank earlier in the episode? Like, he came at him, like, he stepped to him, again, as confrontation. He kind of stepped on him, like, tell me what's going on. What's going on? Like, it's none of your business. It's like,
Right.
I
completely agree with you. Like 100% because, and I'm glad you said that, like verbalized it. I feel like you verbalized it better than I did because, or I would have, because I felt like as a pastor, you're supposed to help people. And don't you, and because of his past, don't you think he would want to help him more
Abigail
and
said
be
that.
a little bit more,
Yes.
I don't know, just nicer?
Well, also because of his past, you think he'd be a little bit more empathetic
Yes.
to what
Right.
Carson is going through. First of all, yes, he did overstep his boundaries. He got involved in business that clearly Carson is in pain.
Yes.
He should have backed off just a little bit. But also, you got to remember that Frank said the line, he's like, I know guys like him. I was a guy like him. So I think it was just his own personal thing. Like, he's just trying to find out the truth. I get it. I'm not thrilled with what he did either. I'll be devil's advocate, you guys, all right? Yay, Pastor Frank.
I said pastor this time, you guys. I didn't say
It
father.
was Pastor Frank. But I think it was his own suspicions of what was going on. Maybe it was to protect Abigail, or maybe it was just his personal thing that he wanted to find out. He just knew that there's something Carson is hiding. What is it? He still is hiding.
He's still hiding it. But
The way he went about it wasn't ideal.
I thought it was wrong.
To get answers,
No, ideal was
yeah.
wrong. I just thought you're a pastor, and because you did, and like Abigail said later, she goes, well, you did, and she looked at him like, you did change, and I thought, if you're a pastor, you're supposed to act a little more, like you said, compassionate and go about things a different way. Not saying you have to lose all of who you are before that. I mean, he brings some of that still with him. But our anti-hero is Bill, not you, Pastor Frank. Sorry, I just thought he was completely out of character, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was very out of character.
Didn't like that. That was very interesting.
Yeah. But I think it came to a nice point, like how Carson came around. I think Carson took the higher road. He handled it better than what most normal people would.
I agree.
And he actually did kind of tell us some truth. Enough truth for now to get Pastor Frank off of his
Well, we saw
back.
the preview, so...
Or was it the truth?
Well, stuff's going to come out, right?
I think it was enough truth for us to just visually what we, the audience, have seen.
Yes,
that,
okay.
Like, he was married, no longer in the picture.
And he left.
Something happened, he left. What more? That's enough information to get Pastor Frank off of his back.
Lori's like, more Paul Green screen time, no problem with that. I guess, but it's just that, to me, there's a lot of testosterone in this season in Hope Valley. It's a lot.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking the exact same thing. It's like you take Jack out, but we saw all the other alpha males come out of the woodwork.
Yes, out of the woodwork, literally.
Like alpha males literally on top of each other.
Yeah, no, seriously, there were a lot of male stuff happened this episode. So
a lot of testosterone.
Yeah, but no, we still, like you saying in the chat room, we're still questioning. We don't know what his story is yet. But I just thought my problem was just that I thought Pastor Frank went a little too far, and I was with Abigail on that story.
He did.
Yep, but I'm looking forward to see what happens.
Yeah, but I look forward to see what happens with Abigail. Girl, I'm like, Abigail, so solid and consistent every single week. Fist pump moments. I'm like, yes, girl.
Yes.
I love when she told off Ray. The audacity of that man asking for 20% of her profit just so he can shut down the commissary. Are you kidding me? I was like, boy, bye. Get out of here.
Well, she
like,
said,
shut the door on your way out.
She was like, I'd like to ask you to leave now.
Goodness.
She was like, bye. She was like, no, I don't have time for this at all. What do you think?
I loved her. She just stood her ground. And the money, it wasn't about the money at this point. It was about, I am not going to work with a dishonest person or a person who I believe is a bad person. And it was just, she stood her ground, and even if it meant that she wasn't going to be making money, I love her core, and I love everything, like, just when she gets all fiery and starts, like, storming around, I'm like, it's like, I wish I could do that just in life, to stand up, and then I loved that Elizabeth said to her, she's like, so does that mean you're mayor again? And her reaction to that, she's like, I think it's just, what does she say? It's like, do you have the quote?
Sorry, right. So I guess the same thing as my destiny or something.
Destiny, yes. I was going to say my calling, but I knew that wasn't it. But
destiny.
But I just love her reaction of, like, she's always willing to, stand her ground and step up and say the things that need to be said, and she just doesn't, she's not scared. And I just love that about her character.
What I love about this episode is that her and Gowan are kind of frenemies.
They are.
Yeah, it's like, because you can see, I liked his. Well, he had a lot of emotions this season, this episode too. Kind of, I like that it was kind of showing that he was kind of defanged by what's his name, because he couldn't do anything. He was being blackmailed basically because he helped him get. It was like he couldn't do much, and Abigail was reading him, and while he was having those drinks, you could just tell she was getting to him, and he couldn't see, he kept saying, stay out of it, it's not your business. It's like. He was having second thoughts.
She was sparking that guilty conscience.
She was.
Yep.
She was.
Well, and Lisa's saying in the chat, Gowan has a soft spot for Abigail, and I totally agree.
I agree.
I think that and I think she has a soft spot for him though too.
Yes, I think he's always liked her, even when they were running the cafe together and stuff. But she's not that. She doesn't want that from him. She's not into him. And so when he did all that bad stuff during those early seasons and stuff, I think it was all based out of he kind of likes her. I think.
I wouldn't say I would say respect.
Yeah, I disagree.
I don't know. I
disagree.
Gowan
I think he
respects Abigail enough to actually listen to her.
I think there's some respect in there, but I think there's some liking.
But I think that there's.
You should see her face. She's
so
like
in denial.
I know
of
she
that.
is.
I can't even ship it.
Because as a male, I'm telling you, as a male,
No,
I'm not a male.
I'm saying no to Gowan and Abigail right now.
But I do love that their conversations. They're really, great acting. Just great acting between the two of them. And even at the end when he got knocked over and stuff, and we'll get to that of course or whatever. But just that Abigail, and she picks him up and she speaks out for him to Bill.
Yeah.
She does.
That's just like he did like save your life from you getting shot. And keep that in mind. He's like, won't be the first thing I say. I love Bill so much. We'll talk about him a little later too. But I love him so much.
People are saying agreeing. Yes, respect. Thank you, Hearties.
That's why I still stand by my statement.
I don't say like.
I'm a man.
Appreciation.
I'm a man. I know how men think.
Respect.
I know how men think.
I know how women think, and how Abigail thinks. She's a headstrong woman. She knows someone she did. She doesn't trust Gowan either.
Well, no, she's
about Abigail.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
about her.
About Gowan's feelings towards Abigail.
Yes.
We're not saying that there would be a relationship there, because I don't believe that there would. I'm talking about that Gowan is feeling Abigail.
Okay, fair.
End of story.
I love it. Oh my God.
What I loved was Ray's takedown.
Yes. He put out a gun.
The
I'm like,
best
whatever.
moment for me personally in this episode.
Amazing.
Seeing Ray actually get justice. Finally, I mean, we'll definitely get into Bill and AJ, but when they come into town and Ray actually has his moments and Gowan has his redemption moment when he turns around and has this like, but you went too far, Ray. I'm like, yeah, he did. He pulls out the knife.
I know. I was like,
what are you doing?
I
love how Bill was like, no, not in this town.
I
loved
the writing of that scene. I thought it was fun because Bill was being kind of smart assed. I'll say that, I guess. Mm-hmm. He was being funny, and and AJ was being really quiet, kind of, and Ray was being smarmy, and Calvin was kind of being quiet. It was like smarmy. He was just like kind of like like. He was just like, yeah, what are you doing here? I don't know who she is. Like, I don't know. He's like, I would introduce you, but it's like it's such a great adult scene of just like these adults where he had the upper hand and Bill had the upper hand. And he was like, and Ray was about to go down, and Ray was not gonna go down without, he's not gonna go down easy. And I just thought, what a great scene, and the writing was just so good.
The writing was so good. Putting you in jail or digging you a grave makes no difference to me.
I'm
like,
that.
Me too. Me too.
Have to clap. That was the line.
Bill.
That was the line.
So
Best
good.
line of the episode, I think.
That would be too. I agree. He's like, doesn't matter to me.
So
And that's so
good.
Bill. That's so Bill, though.
But I completely agree, though. As terrible as that sounds, I completely agree. I've said it from day one, like, don't ever trust Ray. I mean, you guys were kind of wishy-washy with him, but
I was.
I was at first. I admit it.
Wishy-washy.
I was fisted.
I know men like that. I work in this industry full of male testosterone.
Oh, that's what you do.
males. I know men like that.
Yes, you do.
You can't take crap from someone like that. Sorry, I'm like going off on a mini rant right now. Ray just irks me so much.
Marissa's fired up today.
I think we are fired up today. We are fired up today.
Ray just irks me so much.
I'm going on vacation in a couple days. I'm fired up right now. I think I'm excited.
But I was just so happy.
Yes.
Monday.
So happy at this moment.
No, but it means that the actor was doing such a great job, obviously, of playing Ray, because we all we all were like, okay, this was good. But I like that. Again, I love Bill's character. Jack Wagner does such a great job, of course, of imbuing Bill, and I just love that he's the one to take him down. I love that. I just thought it was great. It's like he doesn't get away with a knife and just stab people. I mean, what's he going to do?
I'm glad it was Bill, because he's the one who's been following this investigation the whole time. If Jack took him down, it would have been nice, but it's more satisfactory that Bill got the.
I agree with that.
Got the arrest at the end.
That I agree completely. It made more sense. It just made sense.
Yeah.
Right. It made sense.
It makes sense.
So a part of that. So what else are we talking about? Part of that storyline. What else are we talking about? AJ. Are we talking about them yet, or no? Is that later?
No. Let's get into Bill and AJ. They were fun.
Love them.
They were another fun couple.
Love them. Some funny moments.
Couple very funny moments.
Very funny moments.
Them, their witty banter back and forth. Them still trying to find the ledgers at the beginning, but eventually working together.
Yes.
To even take down Dale Kellogg.
I love that she still tried to get away. She every episode she tries to get away. It's like really. I like the way he looked at her, just like really. And like he goes, you're not gonna take me back to the home. I was like, really? Like you gave me your word. I didn't say which words. It was just so. It was such a funny scene. Those two are so good together. I know. I was like, no, stay for a little longer. She's so good. And when Dale came, and he's like, I've been waiting a long time to do this, and he punched him in the face. I was like, yeah!
Right?
And so I tell you, this season, there's been a lot more punches and fights.
Fist punch moments.
The men, he's the men.
Yeah.
It's that testosterone. It's like, I'm loving it. You know me, I love it. Male Heartie, I love it.
Well, in fairness, there's been antagonists too that deserve the punching.
Yes, that's true. They're getting it.
Shoot.
This show is good about that.
They're getting their justice.
Yes. But I also like the kiss between AJ and Bill. It's so funny.
He doesn't give up.
She was like, okay.
Oh, but he enjoyed it too.
He did. He
saw
turned
him
around.
turn around. He was like, There was a
Yes.
smirk.
There was a smirk.
But I love the line that he said, there is something between us. Yeah. They're called bars.
I know.
He pushed her,
Yeah.
again, with the wit. I love it.
It was such great redemption. We all know how much we all love Bill.
Yeah.
But I thought it played out so perfectly. I love that it was like a struggle to find the evidence, and she was a little wishy-washy with everything. And I thought it was hilarious, the whole gun thing. She's pointing the gun at him, and he's just like so unfazed because he knows there's no bullets in there. I thought that was just so perfect. And I don't know. And then the kiss, I thought, I'm like, she's really trying. She'll do anything at this point. But now I'm curious. I'm like, well, how did she get out? Did he like not lock it?
I love that.
Did he like, what happened?
He locked it. She probably picked on. She got out. Because remember, they're trying to show them that they're kind of equals in a weird way. And I love when he said, be careful, AJ, at the end, or he said good luck or be careful. Write down. If I have to write down. Yeah. I love that line. It's just like he smiled. He thought it was kind of funny. She got out. He thought it was amusing. And I thought,
and he's totally okay with that.
He's okay with
because she's not really the big issue.
Exactly.
There. She was just a victim out of all of this. She got caught in the middle, and Ray's the one who's really the big one.
You're going to read the same thing I'm reading, I think,
awesome.
James.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Say, Jay Pickett says, I think AJ picked his pocket and got the cell key.
Oh,
that's what she thinks.
Interesting. Like during the kiss?
Yes.
We never saw the shot with
we never saw below. Well, there were a two shot. Whatever.
Well, it was hard to because we saw him push her like behind the bars, and it was only like a medium shot, and you never saw the hands.
Never saw hands.
And he only just closed it. He didn't
it was so
really
funny when he did
put
that.
a lot.
I love the way he did that. He was just like bars.
Bars, the color bars. Brilliant.
They were so good. It was again, good writing this episode.
Oh yeah, I mean, and I like their chemistry. Obviously, it's been established before, but I wouldn't mind seeing AJ come back.
Me too. I would love for her to come back for season 5.
Season 5. What could she be doing if she came to Hope Valley and was now a resident? What would her think? Accounting.
Well, I guess so, right? Yeah.
Maybe. She is an accountant.
We got her back? Okay.
Okay.
Technology, you guys.
Yeah, accounting.
Okay, she could be an accountant. We're saying that AJ could be an accountant if she moved to Hope Valley.
Yeah. I mean, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what she knows how to do.
Yeah.
That's her position.
Yeah. We picked it already. Season 5 ready.
She could work for Abigail being the mayor. Boom.
There you go.
Done.
There you go.
Done. I'm okay with that.
Me too.
Okay. Let's talk about Elizabeth. She great every episode, of course.
Yes.
But let's talk about her being a teacher, dealing with Chad and Earl once again. Earl, your thoughts on him?
That actor's
especially
really good.
In this episode.
That actor's really good. But he went through an arc too for himself this episode. So he started out being really bad. Bad. And when he stood up to, and when I say this, Miss Thatcher, I was like, I'm like, because he was a kid at the time, going off on her. I'm like, excuse me. And she looked at him like she was. The looks on Elizabeth's face. I mean, Erin does a great job. Like she was like, excuse me. And little Chad, the guy who plays Chad, he's so good too because he's so cute with that bowl haircut. He's so cute, and he really he wants to. So, Earl, the kid who plays Earl's doing a great job. He's playing him that he's the older brother. You follow the lead with the older brother. That he's kind of a bully to everybody because he's hurting, and kids do that when they hurt. Sometimes they mask it and hurting other people.
He's hurting. Maria, your thoughts on Earl?
Well, yeah, they say it's a cycle. When you're like bullied or hurt, you do it to somebody else, kind of thing. And so that's obviously what we saw, that his emotions were, he was taking it out on other people. And I mean, obviously I love Elizabeth in this, and she knows the answer is to talk to the dad. And how interesting was the dynamic of Ray Wyatt and his brother kind of being the same of Earl and oh my God, why am I forgetting his name?
Chad.
Chad.
Earl
and Chad, Ray.
My brother-in-law's name is Chad, and for some reason I can't connect him with being Chad.
Yes.
That just doesn't work for me. But anyway, so Earl and Chad. So similar dynamic, and you could see like when Ray Wyatt tells him, he's like, well, I don't pay you to talk, I pay you to work, and like he just leaves. He's very submissive. And I thought what was interesting, and I'm gonna do a prediction, is that just because
she has to get it out.
But I wonder if, because he gave up his job, to stay with his kids, I wonder if they'll put him in charge of the railroad there.
Oh, interesting.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
He seems like a good guy. He already knows the system and everything like that. So I wonder if that would be. Maybe I'm just wishing that into the world, but I thought obviously all the characters were really great, and I loved the fact that it got so bad as they, did all that stuff to the school. I mean, they made it so terrible that it was when the dad saw it, he was like, you know, I have to give up whatever it is that I'm doing for work for my kids, and I loved that.
That's a theme this season, isn't it?
I love the parallelism between the older Wyatt brothers and the children, because you see where they get it from. You saw where Earl learned it. It was like Ray Ryan Jr., basically. But I loved how they made that parallelism, and the brother made that realization, like, oh no, I know what that's like. I cannot have my kids, you know, be raised in angry like this. Were you satisfied by how Earl apologized to Elizabeth at the end of this? The conversation with the father talking to the sons about, like, your mother left me, you guys got caught in the middle. But were you satisfied how it wrapped up?
It's just funny for me because when the school got trashed, I was like, oh my God. It's a church. But the school got trashed. I was like, oh my God. And when Earl just was like, come on, Chad. And Elizabeth was like, she couldn't take it anymore. She's like, I am done. And you dealing with it. I mean, she was like, she was done.
So good. Erin, you're amazing.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Oh,
you have the quote?
My goodness. Yeah.
Oh, you have the quote. Tell the quote, because I loved it.
As I'm looking for it. No, the way that she was like, you did this. You're going to tell me right now who did this, or you're both expelled. You have one more chance to apologize and clean up this mess. And then he's like, well, Wyatt don't apologize. Like, then I want you both to leave.
I know. She did. I was like,
she put the foot down.
She did. She was
she had to, because she had to for the other kids.
Right, she had to for the other kids.
But I was like really surprised to see it go this far,
Me too.
especially with Elizabeth, because we've never really seen her take authority to this level. And the fact that she had to do something that she didn't want to, but it was necessary, of course, for the other kids. But she made a really bold accusation towards a child with no evident proof. I'm like, ooh, that's a very bold statement, Elizabeth.
Yeah, I was surprised by that, because part of me was wondering, I'm like, what if she blames them and it wasn't them?
Exactly.
That was running through my mind.
It's a bold accusation to a child.
But they hurt her. She knew they hurt her.
I'm glad she knew. Like, it was very apparent that it was these two kids. But I'm like, from a teacher accusing a child of doing something.
I know.
It's very bold.
But again, this season is this whole theme of a lot of these fathers coming to town with these motherless children. Remember, a few seasons ago, it was like there were a few of the fatherless children. Now it's the reverse. It's been a lot of motherless children, and the fathers having to. That's a very interesting thing back then too, because the men are having to think a different way, because we don't think that way naturally, especially back then. Right. It's funny to be seeing the women like Abigail, Elizabeth, and them trying to help them see that the kids need more nurturing or help, and we have to learn that. That's a lesson for men. We have to learn that. I think it's really interesting to see choices they made this season.
I think Elizabeth is the best person to instill this upon the children. If the parents can't be there, that's what teachers are for. That's that's one of the missions, is to raise the children properly and within the society. And I think Elizabeth is doing a great job at that, because she's even telling their fathers, like, don't stand up to bullies and stuff like that.
Right.
And even Earl, like, and Chad talking about Earl's, like, it's okay. You don't have to do everything your brother says.
That's right.
And even Elizabeth towards Ray is like, I don't stand up to bullies. I don't give in to bullies.
Yes, she said it too. I'm giving to bullies.
Big or small.
That's big or small. She did say that.
Yeah, girl.
That's right.
Yeah.
I wrote that quote down.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sister.
Get it, sister. Yeah, I just put all caps. Yeah, Elizabeth. I don't give in to bullies, Mr. Wyatt, big or small.
Love
so good.
She dropped
Strong
the mic.
woman.
She dropped the mic.
Yeah.
That's right. She's like, next.
And walked away.
Next.
So good. But I mean, even what she's dealing with the adults, she instilled it upon the children and how to properly deal with it.
Yeah, she's the best teacher on earth.
The best.
She's the best. I want her to be my teacher.
Don't we all?
She kind of is, in a way.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. Yes, she is. I learn something every week.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I watch, it sort of like makes me kind of reevaluate my life. I'm like, I need to be very patient. Very patient. It's hard with a toddler, but that is what I always tell him. I'm like, calm, be calm.
I remember those days. I remember being, I was younger when I had kids. It still doesn't matter. I remember being tired a lot because I had to work, and the mother she went to school, and we were trying to take turns, and And kids just have rambunctious energy. They just have energy and they want attention. She still does. Marissa still does. I have to entertain her. No, but they completely just they have that. And you're at that stage.
I put my parents through heck, man. I was in so many things that I don't know how they kept up with me.
We had to do it too.
Coffee's the only thing that can keep up with me.
Yeah.
So I got to give it to my parents. Love you guys.
Yeah, parents. Yes.
But yeah, no, I get that. I get it. It's like you have to do what's right for your children.
Yeah, it was for your children. And I'm glad on this show you're seeing different versions of that. That's kind of that works. And Abigail learning lessons in season 2 with Cody. She's learning lessons also. Yeah. You can't fight for all his battles. Like remember last time. I just love that they're showing also. It's just the show is so relatable. It's relatable.
So relatable.
So
it doesn't matter where it's set. It's just relatable.
Put it in any year. It's great.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
It doesn't have to be in the 1910s.
Yes.
Right now.
It is. I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you.
Let's talk about also Elizabeth is still worrying over Jack.
Yes.
He's gone, no word, but we got the beautiful letter.
I cried. This is where I cried again. I did.
Did you?
You know, I made me more
cry?
happy than anything else that he wrote her. I didn't cry in that moment for some reason. I don't know.
I'm sensitive these days, and when he said, and in the letter when he said, I don't want to waste my ink talking about what's going on.
Right.
Here, I'm trying to forget it. I was like, I just started crying. I thought because in a way he's giving her a glimpse that it's not good, but he loves her so much. He only has a short amount of time to write a letter that he wants to just tell her how much he misses her. He loves her in their life together. He doesn't want to waste any time on the other stuff. And I thought that's so loving, and I'm getting teary-eyed again. I started crying. Anyway, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
I didn't cry.
Nobody look at me.
Don't look at me.
I was so happy we finally got word from Jack, which I predicted at the end of the episode. We finally get something on Jack, which he did. That was such a heartfelt letter. It was short and sweet and exactly what Elizabeth needed. Just reassurance that he's okay and in that he's thinking about her.
And I agree with Lori McKinney. Got to hear his voice. Got to hear Daniel Lissing's voice.
It was great.
Got to hear his voice.
We didn't see him.
Get to hear him.
We heard him.
Get to hear him. So I just thought, again, it's just a beautiful letter to his woman, and he didn't want to waste his stuff. And it was just I want to tell you I love you, and our life's gonna be good together. And that beautiful shot again, cinematography. I always think of you now, cinematography. The beautiful shot of her sitting there on a rock, I guess, or something.
A log.
A log, yeah. And just that beautiful backdrop of we know Vancouver, but of Hope Valley.
Hope Valley.
Well, and how amazing was it? I mean, I just think of in terms of it being real life. If she had that letter, I'm like, she walked all the way to that place. I would have opened it up right there.
She wanted to be alone.
It looked like it was Jack's lamp because we saw in last week's episode, Elizabeth went to Jack's place and she was thinking about him, and it looked like the exact same place.
We cried again.
She goes to Jack's land. She goes out of her way to Jack's land just to read the letter that he wrote her.
I didn't even think about that.
That's so romantic.
I didn't even think about that part. Now I'm getting teary-eyed again. I wasn't even thinking about that part.
I put it in my notes. She should frame that letter.
She should.
Or do something stationary. Crafts.
And his writing is beautiful.
Yeah.
That's when writing was really an art form, and people were really taught how to write properly. It's just, I wish we did that nowadays.
When I was a kid, I took a calligraphy class.
Calligraphy.
Well, we were taught calligraphy. My mom can actually do calligraphy very well. And I wish I knew how to do that.
Yeah, so the writing was, back then you wrote. I mean, I wrote letters to everything. I mean, for me, in the 70s, we wrote letters to our parents, our grandparents, and everything was handwritten.
I still write thank you notes.
So do I. I write all the time. I'm always a writer.
I used to write letters when I went to summer camp.
Oh, funny. That's cute.
There you go.
That's cute.
Yeah.
It is a dying art form, which I'm really sad.
Yeah. My grandkids aren't writing as much, and I'm really sad about that.
Yeah, we should bring it back, you guys.
Let's bring it back. I'll bring it back. I always write. I love it.
I have a fun thing for all the Hearties. How about we all write letters to each other?
Oh, how cute is that? Oh
like
my God,
pals.
Like pen pals.
I'm serious, you guys. I write.
Okay.
I write.
What do you guys all think about it?
I will write letters to you guys. There you go.
And we can send Hallmark cards.
Yeah, seriously. All right. Cards. I need a pen pal.
I need a pen pal.
I love you, Hearties. I'll talk to you.
Hey, guys. What do you guys think about that? You tell us anything about that.
It may not be in cursive.
But all right. And we can practice.
We can practice. We can practice.
I'll scratch up and be like, sorry. SP.
I'll start a class. We'll do that. Cursive class. We'll do that.
All right, letters. No, I'm serious.
Yes, you serious.
Let's do it. It could be a fun thing, and then we could read our letters next season. Shoot.
Ooh, season 5.
I'm already thinking a year ahead.
Season 5.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Yes.
Anything else about this episode that you loved? Favorite moments? Favorite lines?
You basically said the line. We set out the lines in the moment. I just thought, again, a well-rounded episode.
There is a pen pal group. Oh.
There is?
I'm late to the game then.
Oh, I'm
There
good.
you go.
Well, let us know. I don't know what that is. I don't know it either. I don't know yet.
Well, let's get involved, shall
At
we?
least they're gonna let us know. Okay, thank you, Nancy. Let's just let us know after the show. Let us know what that works.
Yeah, there we go. We see, we're still learning too.
Actually, Lee Beth, you want to be my pen pal? Since I'm already married to you,
Oh.
you can be my pen pal. We can write to each other.
Explain that for those who don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you guys. Lee Beth told me on the chat tonight that she has a screenshot of me and Janette Oke, our picture from the HFR2 on her computer. And they thought that I was her husband and Janette Oke was her mother. So since Lee Beth and I are already married, I mean, it's already just like go ahead and be pen pals.
That's hysterical.
I think it's hilarious.
I love that.
I
Yeah.
love that. I'm like,
No,
that's
that's
hilarious.
great.
That is hilarious. Janelle Oke's my mother-in-law. I love it. She's great.
Speaking of the Hearties, chef some up.
You guys, the numbers of you guys watching live just amazes us so much. We have 134 right now. It's really a wonderful. We really appreciate it, and guys like Nancy Kelchin, Joyce Keeler, and Lori McKinney, and Lisa Gupton. I said it right. Did I say it right this time? Kelly Fogg and Michelle DeRose-Mick, my girl. Lee Beth, of course. I said her name before. Clary 1225. Lori Pearson. I mean, Jamie Pickett. I mean, there's you guys.
I Heart Nick, Shirley McIntosh, Pat Conley, Adriana Aguilar, Maya Ruffin, however you say it.
Yeah, probably rough, right? Kathy Helms. I mean, you guys come in every week. Teresa Hall. You guys come.
awesome.
I mean, we can't even name all of them. Just like you guys come in. Freddie Bates. You guys come in every week and spend your Monday evenings for many of you guys. Some of you guys afternoons with us, and I just can't. I can't even. I can't even say. I can always get cry about that too, you guys. It's crazy. I love it. We love it so much. We really appreciate it. We love doing the show.
It's group therapy.
It's group therapy, you guys. Just call me Dr. Lott, Dr. Serafini.
So wonderful.
That's
I was like trying to explain this to my mom the other day. I was like, you don't understand. It is a community.
It
is. These people we're like, even though we're all across the country, it's like we're all friends. It's amazing.
You know,
across the world.
Across the world, that's right.
People who are not Hearties are coming to me and saying, "Who are these Hearties?"
Yeah.
They're just like, "Who are these Hearties?" It's like, they're even intrigued by it because they're seeing it as a community almost. Like they tweet you and they're doing stuff and I personally, I just gotta say to you guys, thank you all the Hearties so far who've bought my book. I'm a published author now as of this weekend.
Yeah, you are.
And so
I tried buying it.
Yes, my book is out. It's on Amazon Kindle, and it's also on Amazon as a paperback. But some of you guys have bought it already the first day, and I was like, the Hearties are there. Like it's amazing, and I just want to tell you from all my heart, thank you, and it's a lifelong dream that's realized.
Yeah.
Aww.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome.
But it's the Hearties.
Yes, congratulations.
It's the Hearties. The Hearties are just they're there. They're everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, what I really loved about this episode, just to go back just a little bit, Lee and Rosemary, every time that they grunted at each other, hysterical.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I laughed so hard at them.
Yes, they're
So
hilarious.
hard. I don't know how they filmed those scenes
I don't
without
either.
laughing.
There
I'm
must be
sure there's like
bloopers.
bloopers.
I'm sure it's bloopers.
Bloopers.
There
Oh,
has to
I'm
be.
sure.
Bloopers are the best.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. But there's, and again, you guys know I have a huge crush on Pascal Hutton. I just do, and she's so beautiful. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. I just think she's so funny. She's so good, and she's just.
She is so good.
She's the best.
All right, so let's move on to a little bit of news.
Oh yeah,
then,
news.
shall we?
News.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so if you guys may not know, but how could you not? Brian Bird's new movie came out.
Yes.
Lee Strobel as well. Case for Christ.
Got good ratings too.
I
that's
saw
right.
it in theaters. It's fantastic.
Oh, so you saw it? Okay, you saw it. Okay.
Of course I saw it. If you guys knew what I went through to go see it, it was like Amazing Race. I was like, I left work early.
Okay.
I was one of those people who left work early while everyone was still working. I'm like, peace, I'm going to see a movie. And I went to go see it. All the kiosks were like broken. I had to like run upstairs for the tickets.
gosh.
Like it was quite the ordeal, but I made it.
Okay.
Literally missed nothing.
Oh.
The first thing I saw was like pure
wow.
clicks on screen. I was like, yes,
Okay.
it was meant to be. I watched it. It's fantastic. Go see it. It's in limited release.
Yeah, I wanna see it.
As of right now. You're gonna have to check your local listings, but I highly suggest you go see
Very
it.
good.
And you don't have to be Christian or Catholic or anything to enjoy this film. It's a great acting, great writing.
Great.
It's a nice mystery
Ooh, okay,
film.
okay.
There's a great love story in it.
Oh, wow.
And it's real. It's based on a true story.
based on a true story.
And I'm watching this and I'm like, oh my goodness. I immediately called my parents. I was like, "You have to see this.
Okay.
You have to
Very
see
good.
this." I recommend it to everyone if you haven't seen it. And you Hearties, most of these Hearties have seen it.
Yeah,
if
some
you
may have
haven't,
seen it, yeah.
go see it.
Support Brian, Papa Heartie, support him.
It is so good.
Yeah, it's
It
good.
is so good.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying it just because
Well, I
it's
know,
for
yeah,
Brian and
right.
our community. I watch a lot of movies, guys. I am a
She
film
does.
movie. And I watch a lot of movies for work. I saw a lot of movies last week. This was by far one of the best ones I saw.
Wow, okay.
It's a solid film.
Okay,
Go watch it.
very good.
I can't
I want to
speak
see it.
Yeah.
highly enough about it.
Okay, very good. I like
Yeah.
that.
So go see it. And we also have a fun little tidbit for you.
Tidbit.
This literally happened within the last couple hours. You and Maria don't know.
Okay.
But Hearties, we have special guests next week. We have 2 special guests. We have Aaron Buckles and Eva Bourne.
They're coming on finally.
They're
oh my
Skyping
God.
in.
So it worked.
It worked.
The campaign, you guys, it worked.
My campaign
Your
worked.
campaign worked. Oh
Wait,
my
in
God.
studio?
They're going to Skype.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Guys, made it happen.
You did? I like, and you
Made
guys
it
helped her
happen.
because she started thinking you helped her. That's
Made
I'm
it
so
happen.
happy. You know I'm a big Erin Buckles fan. So that's
I know.
Good.
I just wanted to tell you because this is a big surprise.
She didn't
to
tell
both
me. I
of
mean,
you.
I really didn't know.
You guys are
Really
literally
didn't know.
finding
yeah.
out right now.
Oh my God, that's so funny. It worked. Okay,
It
very
did.
good. Very good.
I'm
I'm happy.
I was making it happen. I was like,
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna make this happen.
Oh, that's gonna be
So
great.
we have a special guest next
Yes,
week.
yes.
It'll be fun.
It'll be
I
fun.
cannot wait.
It'll be- Oh, you see a picture on here now. I'm looking at the picture. Oh, funny. Okay. Oh, that's
I
great.
cannot
Okay.
wait.
I'm excited. Very excited.
Hearties, are you excited? I bet you are.
Oh, they're oh my, oh my. Woo, woo. Team
Team
Class.
Classy
Team
will
Classy
be
is here.
will be Skyping in.
Yes. Oh, they're
I'm
excited.
so excited.
They're excited.
I'm
They're
so
going crazy.
excited.
They're going crazy.
For you guys don't know, this has been like a long time in the making.
Yo, yes, it's been a long time. We met Aaron, and
This
then
is
we
like
met them at
December.
Yeah, so we've been talking for a
I'm
while.
happy it's finally happening.
That's gonna be exciting. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's gonna be good.
All right.
They're happy. They're
Anything else before we move to predictions?
Predictions.
I might have someone crash my predictions. My son just got home, so
Oh, fine.
so you know.
We'll go with you first,
Yeah, go
Maria.
first, Maria.
Predictions. Go.
Okay. Oh, predictions.
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 There you go.
We got it.
Got it.
Okay, so predictions. I actually am going to predict, and I don't know if this is right because part of me thinks one way and the other. I feel like what we're going to find out about Carson is that he's not bad. It's not it's not that he killed someone. It's not that it's just, I don't know what it is, but I'm just predicting, maybe hopefully, that it's just not bad. That's a prediction with him, and then I already predicted that I hope Wyatt's brother will be. And then I wonder if something's going to happen with Elizabeth or with Abigail being mayor. Like if she's just going to go right in, or if someone else is going to, like if there's going to be some kind of like blockage for that.
Okay.
Those are what my
Okay.
prediction.
Okay.
I just have
James.
I have one prediction, and I think it's going to be. I had one prediction, and I just went out of my head. I had one prediction, and I was like,
Okay. While you
do it, you do
while
it,
you think,
you do it,
I'll
you do
talk
it, you
about
do it.
mine. I think we'll finally just see maybe one scene of Jack next episode, 1 or 2. We just need to visually see him to get that reassurance. He's okay. He's fighting. He's alive, though. So maybe just a glimpse into the world that he's now in.
Okay.
He's fighting his surroundings, his new environment, just to see him.
well,
We can't go
yeah.
that much longer without
Well,
the main character.
that was my prediction. Was that we're not going to see him next week. We're going to see him for the
Oh,
finale.
Really? Back to the finale.
But it's only 2 weeks. That's it.
Goodness, I know. That's
I
so
know. I have a feeling
far
because so far I've been right so far with him not being on. He's been gone for 2 weeks. I have a feeling they're going to, from the preview. They're going to do one more week, and then the finale he'll be back. Do we know if it's a supersized finale or not? Do we know if it's longer than an hour?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good
I'm sure it's
question.
probably no. That's all I
Yeah.
know.
And someone had mentioned, I just saw it pop up in my tweets, that there are bloopers on Hallmark's website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what they said. I just tried to find it and I didn't see
Okay.
it.
I'll have to look.
but I
There's
didn't-
one scene of Daniel Lissing from the premiere episode
Oh, okay.
of this when he's playing
Oh,
with the
okay.
kids baseball.
Okay.
That's the only blooper that I've seen so far, unless they actually put
Okay.
a season 4
Yeah.
blooper reel. I need to go see it right now.
I
Yes.
would love to. Wouldn't you love to see more bloopers?
Yes,
I
oh,
love
definitely.
bloopers.
Oh, me too. I love bloopers.
Bloopers are in my life.
Yep.
Amazing.
I
They
edit
should do
blooper
that.
reels
We
all the
like petition for that.
Yes, yes, I love bloopers.
I think also I like to think we're gonna see Jack, but we're gonna learn more about Carson too.
I think
we see
so,
this
yes.
mysterious woman coming
Yes,
in,
she's coming.
like accusing him of murder. I don't think it's murder because he said that his wife was sick for a very long time. I think he might have made the actual decision to let her go.
Yes, I would say that
and
too.
That's what the woman is twisting around. It's like you decided to end her life.
I think it's the same
twisting
thing.
it as murder.
Yes, I think it's the same thing.
Or like
I don't think he murdered.
He
her.
actually chose to end his wife's suffering.
I actually agree with you on that. I agree with you on that one. Actually, I was thinking the same thing. Like it's not. It just because it seems like from when he was talking last time, like something may have went down that he was involved in.
Like he's a killer. I was like,
no, I don't think he's a killer.
I think it's the way you go about it. And like maybe he chose to end his wife's suffering.
Yeah.
So it might
or
be.
Maybe,
I'm thinking positive for Carson.
Yeah, I know. Really, we need to. Or he operated on her and lost her in the operation, and maybe the woman is a sibling or related to the ex-wife.
Interesting.
And so she of course would accuse him of.
Is it ex-wife or just wife who died?
Yeah.
There you go.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wife. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
man.
right.
When I said ex, I didn't mean ex like in she's dead.
What's
late
the
wife.
term for
people
that?
Late wife.
People are agreeing with me. Thank you, Joyce. She agrees with me.
Late wife.
He has medical knowledge and agree with you, Marissa, says Lisa. Yeah, I think...
He has medical knowledge. We all think he has that.
And I think that's what we were saying last week, that he... Because of his medical knowledge, he made the executive medical decision to end her suffering.
I have a feeling with that too.
And this mysterious woman is twisting it as killing, as murder.
And I think she's related to the wife. That's my prediction.
Could be a sister.
Yeah.
Or she's a cousin. I don't know. We saw the picture of the wife.
Yeah.
They don't look alike.
No, they don't.
So.
No, they don't. Yeah.
Cousin, best friend, maybe, or just something. I just have a feeling because you'd be upset. You'd be obviously be upset.
Medical manslaughter. I also have that in my notes.
Yeah.
Or like he tried to save her, but medicine didn't work, and she ended up dying. I don't know. I was thinking all different variables for Carson and his wife, which I think we might finally get the answers next week.
Yes.
Yes.
See, I don't think they're going to leave it hanging till next season. Which I'm saying positive, not until next season. So I don't think they're going to leave it hanging like that. I think they're going to wrap.
Yeah.
it up.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think we'll find out in this episode.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. We'll definitely see Jack in the finale.
Yeah, I think that's for sure.
Because the episode's called Heart of a Fighter.
Yeah.
I mean,
he'll be
he's
back.
the biggest fighter out of all of them, so it makes sense.
I'm just wondering what the cliffhanger is going to be for the finale, though.
I know.
Because I don't think there's going to be a wedding in this season.
He's fighting and he's in a near-death experience.
You said that before. You did say that.
But that's what they did last year.
Man.
Yeah, but they wrapped it up within one episode.
They did.
But that wasn't really a cliffhanger. That was all literally resolved within 30
minutes. They did.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
And Marissa's been right this whole season so far, kind of. It's kind of scary. So she may be right on that, too.
Yeah. I love Venom, right?
I'm like 50% right. Like I'm usually half wrong.
I was right a few times. And wrong a few times. The candle. I think with the candles. That's my season. It's the candles.
The candles.
The candles. And Marissa said the candles. I'll never forget that.
It adds up to 150, you guys.
Yeah, I'll never forget
anything else before we leave?
Never forget that. No, I think it was another great. I love the show, and I'm upset that it's only 2 episodes left.
I know.
I'm seriously upset. Seriously
It's
upset.
been a packed season.
It has.
We got so much.
Yeah.
You're very true about that. It's been very packed. This season is just like, but I don't want it to end.
Yep.
I know.
I want it to end.
But unfortunately, our after show has to end.
I know with it. But we'll have our book circle stuff again. We'll do that again.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, Grant.
Here.
We might see Grant.
Yeah, come on, bud. I want you to come here for a sec. Hello, Sunshine. What are you eating?
A fruit bar.
A fruit bar?
Oh,
oh, okay.
There he is.
Oh,
hi, Grant.
Say hi to all the Hearties.
Hi, Grant.
Here, let me take this out from you.
Oh, he's adorable.
He is
Maria.
adorable. Hi. Hi, Grant.
Aw.
You eating a fruit bar? It feels good. Yummy. Yummy.
He's been our best guest so far.
I know.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning.
You're gonna go get something?
Okay. Go get some.
Oh,
Bye.
Let him be a child. There you go.
You want to show me the wrapper?
Cute.
Okay.
Oh,
You know what it tastes like? What does it taste like?
Cute. All
Apple
right,
and
James, where can we keep following you?
Apple and coconut.
This is live, you guys.
This is live. This is live television. I should tell Maria. So you tell them where you can find you.
Oh, sorry. Yes. You can find me at Maria Provenzano on Twitter, and all my information will be there.
Playing with her son.
He is adorable.
He's so cute.
I was waiting out there for you. I know, those dear.
What a good son. What a good son. You can follow me at James Lott Jr. on social media platforms, and my book's on Amazon. Look just under James Lott or James Lott Jr. You'll find it.
Here you go. And you can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV. You can follow all of us here, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all those fun social media platforms at AfterBuzz TV. Keep rating, keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep talking about this show.
Yes.
We only have a couple more episodes left. But we have fun guests next week, so definitely tune in. That is one you don't want to miss.
Nope.
Thank you, Hearties, for always sticking with us every single week and talking to us every single week. And we will see you next time.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, Hearties.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.